Welcome to Let's Grow Buffalo, where we're here to talk about backyard gardening here in beautiful Western New York. My name is Jake.
And I'm Justin, and I pretty much grew up hanging out in the garden with my grandma and my dad, and kind of wondering why we had to work so hard picking beans and why they put so much effort and time into these gardens out back. And as I've gotten older, I've really grown to appreciate the fruits of our labor and being able to go out in the backyard and just pick up whatever vegetables we would have gone to the supermarket for.
Yeah, it tastes way better when it's homegrown, fresh, and you can pick it when you need instead of letting it rot in your refrigerator drawer.
Yeah, and so ever since I was able to get a house with my wife about 2 years ago, I've taken over a corner of the backyard and really had a lot of fun just implementing different practices that I enjoy using and getting lots of great produce out of our little space that we have.
So yeah, I got my start really maybe 2-3 years ago. That's really when I got into gardening. I did a little bit when I was a kid, planting pumpkins and cucumbers at the side of the house. But then I went off to college, and then my wife and I traveled the country for a couple of years, so we never had a chance to really set down roots, not until we moved back here to Western New York. So we bought a house that already actually had pretty extensive perennial gardens, as well as a couple fruiting trees, a couple apple trees. So I ended up taking it upon myself to find a new hobby, which became vegetable gardening. Built a raised bed the first year and did pretty well growing my own lettuces, carrots, broccoli, spinach, those sorts of things, and then eventually expanded that into a little bit of in-ground gardening and decided that I actually prefer the raised beds myself. So this year I got a couple more ready to go. I've got some strawberries ready to go, as well as I'm hoping more blueberries, as well as apple trees that I can show you guys planting videos on. Our eventual plan for the channel is to have in-depth growing guides for each individual vegetable or fruit we plan to grow, and giving you a breakdown of planting the seeds, transplanting into the garden, harvesting, and maybe even a couple videos on cooking after that.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I think some other things we're really looking forward to sharing with you guys are just more like in-depth information about different types of seeds, what kinds you might want to use for your garden, different soil amendments that we use that we might recommend, or different techniques and tools that we use to find success with our backyard gardens, and maybe even some of the influences that have impacted our decisions along the way.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see your guys' gardens, and we also have a few videos planned where we're going to go visit some other gardeners in the area to see how theirs might differ from ours. So, last but not least, like, comment, and subscribe. Remember that gardening is practice, and we want to grow with you. Let's grow Buffalo.